All right, this is my audience. Here's my cameraman.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Traci Williams, and I am the HR representative at Liberty University, and I want to share with you today how I can represent God's love in my job. Do you think positive or negative thoughts when you hear the words human resources? When Ruth Cornesh, an independent HR consultant and member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, asked her friends and associates if they thought HR was employees' friend or foe, the overwhelming majority chose the latter, with replies such as, "They exist to protect the company and therefore are anti-employee by nature," end quote. So how do I overcome the negative perception that people have of HR and demonstrate God's love through my job? Jesus taught in the Bible that we should demonstrate love to the world. In John 13:35, he said, "And they will know that you are my disciples because you love one another." I've been an HR representative for 12 years. 6 of those were in student employment and payroll, and 6 of them were employee benefits. I have an associate's degree in computer information systems and a bachelor's degree I'm pursuing in business finance. I have a lot of attention to detail, which makes me good at the technical part of my job, but I also have a spiritual gift of helps, which allows me to assist people with the needs that they have. I can show you how HR representative can demonstrate the love of Christ in tangible ways. The techniques that I say can also be made relevant to your job. HR reps can be caring, go beyond minimum expectations, and grant mercy to the people that they assist. HR reps deal with applicants, current employees, co-workers, other departments, vendors, and auditors on a regular basis in areas such as employment, payroll, benefits, leave of absence, and terminations. According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, an HR representative is akin to a financial clerk, which in 2010 had a median salary of $33,710, an 11% growth rate, which is about average, and only required a high school diploma because most of the training was on the job. How can I show God's love through my job? Well, I think there's 3 ways that I can show God's love. The first of which is caring. Theodore Roosevelt said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I can show people that I care by working as though I'm working for the Lord. In Colossians 3:23 it says, "Work as though you're working unto the Lord heartily and not to men." I not only represent my employer, but I represent the Lord Jesus when I'm doing my job. Jesus wants me to respect people and to treat them kindly. In this way that they will know that I genuinely care about them. I can hear people's needs. Am I truly listening to them? People will know if I really do care. And also I can meet their needs. I can resolve their needs or questions, or either I can point them to someone else who can help them. Secondly, I can go the extra mile. I can be proactive. An example of being proactive is if someone was to send me an email asking me if they're eligible to participate in retirement, I not only just reply yes, but I send them the retirement forms as well as a link to the website where they can be enrolled. Another example is when the person has a medical policy they don't know if it's active yet or not. I don't just reply back, yes, it's active, but I send them the information that I copied from the website with their policy numbers on it, and I also send them a link to the website so they can log in and print their own temporary ID cards until theirs come in the mail. I can go beyond expectations and do something that I don't have to do. An example of this is a man who had a garnishment that went on for 10 years. When I saw this garnishment come in, I contacted him and asked him if he would like to make a wage agreement. As long as all the parties were agreeable, HR would be agreeable as well, and that's what we did. I contacted the hospital and asked them to lower the interest, which they took off about $4,000 in interest. So once we set up the wage agreement, his debt was paid in full within a year. The third thing I can do is granting mercy. Galatians 5:14 says, "For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." When the lawyer tested Jesus in Luke 10:29, saying, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied with the story of the Good Samaritan. And he said, the man that showed mercy was his neighbor. An example of showing mercy would be giving grace to someone on a deadline. If they had a baby that needed to be added to a policy within 30 days, and they come on the 31st day, I don't tell them no. I go ahead and do it because I am still allowed to add the baby. Another example is if a person's on leave of absence and they miss insurance deductions. Instead of taking it all in one lump sum, when they come back, I contact them and ask them if they'd like to make a payment arrangement over several paychecks so it doesn't cause a financial hardship on them. So in conclusion, a human resources professional can show the love of Christ by caring for employees, going the extra mile, and granting mercy to them when possible. And you can do this same thing too by showing people you genuinely care for them and will do what is needed to demonstrate the love of Christ to them. Thank you.